Welcome to Star Citizen and the best features of Alpha 3.16. With the conclusion of 2021 and version 3.16, we will once again receive some new game elements and mechanics, which however will only appear in some areas with 3.16.1 at the beginning of 2022. Therefore, 3.16 is less about big features and elements and more about the fitting end of the year that leaves room for stability and gameplay. Because in recent years we have often experienced a rather chaotic last patch shortly before the holidays, whereas this approach seems much more pleasant. With the rework of the Dying Star map in Arena Commander, we get a preview of the graphics setting around Pyro, significantly more playable area, as well as various visual and playable areas, whereby the cloud tech, which we already got to know through the clouds on Microtech and Crusader, plays a role here with dense fog. Visually very successful, and the anticipation for Pyro grows even more with it. Especially the reflections and very immersive particle effects give an immersive preview of what we can expect in terms of graphical improvements and expansions in the near future, even in the persistent universe. A trip to the Dying Star is therefore highly recommended. And with the Drake Cutlass steel, which we have already presented to you in a separate detailed video, we also get a dedicated dropship variant of the popular Cutlass series, which is ultimately identical to the black version in many respects, but swaps the cargo and hold space for 80 jump seats. However, the price of the steel is anything but identical to the black, and at a good $250 including taxes, the Warbond version is more than double the price of the black variant. Here we are directly in the price segment of the Vanguard Hoplite, which offers only 6 drop seats, but as a heavy fighter is basically in a different price category. The background to the Cutlass steel lies above all in the current focus of development on ground combat, as well as suitable combinable vehicles and aircraft in order to provide game scenarios such as Squadron 42 or theaters of war with a suitable and sensible fleet of vehicles. We have seen this development recently with some vehicles such as the Spartan or the A2 ground bomber. In the overview, the steel is one of the cheapest dropships, although the Valkyrie or Prowler are in a completely different league, especially in terms of equipment, armament and versatility. In our opinion, the steel is a sensible expansion, an exciting ship and tactically versatile, but the pledge store price seems a bit too high. For the extra armament for ground combat, the drop seats and the rear remote turret, we lose the variability and the space for vehicles and cargo, for which we have to pay double the price. The anticipation of the steel has unfortunately collided with the price tag here. Here we can only recommend to acquire the steel in-game and to continue to rely on the black variant in the pledge store. As a positive point of the implementation of the steel, however, it should be emphasized that the focus continues to be on ground combat, and we once again receive a vehicle that, although it doesn't seem to make much sense so far, closes a previously open gap for this. And maybe there will be a little Christmas miracle, and CIG will either adjust the price of the steel or extend the offer to include ground combat equipment. There are at least a few ways to make the steel more attractive. Not until the beginning of 2022 will the revised crash sites and shipwrecks find their way into the game with the 3.16.1, whereby these can come up with small puzzles, dangers such as the new traps, but also with rewards, a long-needed improvement for the exploration gameplay.
Perfect view, keep me in the clouds, I never have to doubt. Let's reconvene and take it to the floor. I love my love.
Also new is the hospital on ArcCorp. Area 18, with only Lowville on Hurston then having to wait for his hospital.
Let's have a good time.
Furthermore, the expansion of medical gameplay is also an area for 2022, which is expected to have great features and important key techniques and mechanics in many areas.
Turn around and get into it. This about never stop, drop, now pick it up and keep it down.
Also, the inventory system that is currently available for the character inventory in the new expansion stage is also planned for ship components as well as ship equipment in 2022, which will again lead to a rethink. But also in many small areas, the stability as well as the performance has been improved with the 3.16. Areas beyond the patch nodes have also been successively expanded, such as the first insurance offices in the medical area.
No one else could keep me in the clouds.
Driving, smiling, roll, gonna hit that bottom for the body and soul, gonna tap that rhythm, feel the pole, gonna shake that devil and lose control.
With the atmospheric bounty missions, in which our opponents are no longer only be found in asteroid fields, the battle shifts back towards the ground, where we fight within the atmosphere. The focus on ground combat is also evident in this area, as the atmospheric battles represents an important step for the direct transition from space to ground combat. In addition, important data for possible balancing can be obtained very quickly and effectively, and mission types and models can be adapted directly to this. And of course, it is undeniable that it is much more fun not only to fight in space, but also to be able to use the advantages and disadvantages of different ships in an atmosphere in combat. And anyone who has ever fought a hammerhead in the atmosphere knows exactly what I'm talking about. In addition, our selection criteria for a suitable ship for the respective purpose have been expanded to include the atmosphere component. And with the rework of the Grav-Lev technology, the hover mode for vehicles, we again stay on the ground, which was also a necessary revision for a corresponding game scenarios or even single-player modes. Because in the course of the various 3.16 test versions, the driving and flight physics of these vehicles were significantly improved and made more usable. Fine-tuning is still necessary, but the direction in which this vehicle class is being made fit for regular and meaningful use is clearly recognizable. For the approach to fortified ground stations, effective air defense is being developed, which may then make it necessary to rely increasingly on small maneuverable ground vehicles to enable the final distances to the actual target from a remote position. And this brings us directly to the last feature of 3.16, the dynamic events, and here Jumptown 2, which is playable as a new dynamic event in 3.16, alongside the Ninetales lockdown.
Straight like a city, eyes up. Oh my god, stop staring at my toe.
In this PvP-focused event, the aim is to grab lucrative packages and either sell them illegally or make money legally. In any case, a lucrative payment beacons, and the clear PvP aspect has been openly communicated as the main focus here. And the revision of the law system should also be mentioned, now that it only allows for more grey areas and doesn't directly throws punishments at very stray shots. A sensible expansion. And finally, we wish you and your families a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I hope you enjoyed the video and leave me a like and maybe even a subscribe here. Version 3.16 is not one of the patch highlights of the year, but it offers a solid and above all stable conclusion, which in our opinion is more important than implementing unstable features before the holidays. The steel, on the other hand, may not be a great success at first, but we are curious about the actual background of the implementation. But as always, I'm interested in your opinions on the subject. What do you think of the 3.16? Let me know in the video comments in Discord or in the almost daily Twitch live streams. But as always, the most important thing at the end, a big thank you to all supporters, whether Patreons, channel members or Twitch subscribers. Without you, this wouldn't be possible, and you are an enormous motivation, for which we would like to say thank you. You rock! And of course, there will be extensive and top-notch giveaways from the best partners and us again this month. You can find how to take part in the following announcement trailer. Good luck! I say goodbye. Until next time, see you soon, and as always, see you in the verse.
I feel it getting close, I feel the joy in the air. Everybody's going home to the people they care for the most. And I'm on my way, 'cause you're my happy holiday. Na, 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 na. You're my happy holiday. Na, 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 na. You're my happy holiday. Na, 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 na. You're my happy holiday. Na, 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 na. You're my happy holiday. I feel it getting close, I feel the joy in the air. Everybody's going home to the people they care for the most. And I'm on my way, 'cause you're my happy holiday. Na, 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 na. You're my happy holiday. Na, 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 na. You're my happy holiday. Turning down our road, I'm like a kid again. I can't wait to see all of my family and all of my friends. And I'm on my way, 'cause you're my happy holiday. Na, 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 na. You're my happy holiday.